Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day so far. TGIF, I am going to do another full face tutorial using this week's beauty bag, including the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. So let's get started. As usual, we are going to start with the eye. So I am using, like the stage of my brush, I was like dipping it in. This is an F61 angle brush by sigmabeauty. I've been really liking it for applying my concealer. It kind of has a beautiful angle for underneath the eye as well. And I'm using my MAC Select Cover-Up NW15 just as a base to my eyeshadow. Once the eyelids are all primed with concealer, I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and I'm going to go for this shade here. It is called Suede. It is like a cool tone brown shade. Using a Sigma E55 brush, I am applying the eyeshadow on either side of the brush and we're going to start packing it on to the whole entire lid. So we're just going to tap it on. We are going onto a wet base. So we just want to tap it on all over. Be very careful. There could be a lot of fallout onto the under eye with this technique. So just be wary of that. That is why we do our eyes first. And we can clean it up afterwards. Now that it's packed onto the lids, we are going to go in with a clean brush. Absolutely no eyeshadow. And we're just going to start buffing out the edges so that they are nicely blended out and that they don't have any harsh lines or harsh finishings on the eyeshadow. That is just nice and smooth looking. So nice. Is that even blending out? Yeah, it's blending out. Blending out. I'm going to put on a little bit more eyeshadow on here and just have that nicely blended together on top of the lid, and we'll do the same on the other side, just all blend it out. I've blended that out all over now, so this will be like a wash of colour all over the lid. So this is just one colour. Next I'm going to go into this gorgeous shade here. It's called Dubai. It has like flecks of pink in it as well. It looks like a bronzy kind of a gold there, but it does have like little flecks of pink, which is really interesting. So I'm just going to apply that onto the lid all over on top of the eyeshadow with my finger. Super easy peasy, and that's going to give a beautiful glow to the eyes. Beautiful. For the inner corner, I'm going to go into this shade here. It is called a Bubbly. I'm just going to grab my pinky finger and pop that onto the inner corner. Lovely. It kind of has like a subtle pinkiness to this shade as well, so it kind of ties in with the lid shade. Here you really can't see the pop, the little subtle pink shimmer that's in that shade, but it is there and it's just beautiful. So now we are starting to look cray, but we gotta look cray before we slay. Next we are going to add some black liner to the lid. So I'm using my Individul gel liner and an angle brush. This is the E75. And we're going to line the upper lid. Now I know you guys love watching anyone do their eyeliner. So here I go. Probably going to wing it out today. So to do a wing, I always grab it from the outer corner edge of the eye. We're not going to worry about the lower line of the wing because we can clean that up with some makeup remover. And just join it there. I always rehydrate my eyeliner with Duraline just to give it a bit more of a liquidy consistency, and that makes it easier to apply then as well. Lovely. So next I'm going to clean up the under eye using my Jaya eye makeup remover on a reusable wipe. And we're going to clean up all this fallout that came through, and we're going to sharpen up all the lines as well. Next I'm going in with the Dermalogica primer. I have this sample of it. As you can see, it's tinted, so there's an SPF 30 in it, and it's like skincare in a primer as well. It's really nice and it smells like tea tree, which I really like. Then on top of that primer, I'm going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in the shade NW15 using my F88 Sigma brush, which is my current favourite brush for applying. I went ahead and I applied my concealer under my eye, and the difference it makes, it just like gives you a nice clean slate. And I'm using the same brush as earlier to apply it underneath, and I usually just tap it out then. I have this concealer mixed with Jawline as well because I noticed that it's a little bit dry underneath my eye, and the Jawline just rehydrates the formula, so it's nice. So next I'm going to go in with powder bronzer. I am using the Beauty Pie bronzer. So this is my first week using this bronzer. I really like it. It blends out really nicely. It's a nice shade. It's quite a universal shade. If you go a little bit heavier, it's going to be a little bit darker. But I like to blend it out a lot just so that it's nice and blended into my fair skin tone. This is Goldielux Quantum bronzer from Beauty Pie, and it doesn't let your skin look dry or anything, which is really nice. Next, I'm going to dip into some blush. So this is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Pink Me Up blush. It's gorgeous, blushy, I love it. And we are just going to pop it on here. You all know I love my blush, and I like to add quite a bit, but I add it like gradually. I don't put on way too much at the beginning, and you know, I just build it up. It's nice that way. After blush, I like to add highlighter, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy Glow, and I'm just popping it on using a F64 soft blend brush. So after blush, I like to add highlighter, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy Glow, and I'm just popping it on using a F64 soft blend brush. So it's a little bit bigger. As you can see, it's great for under the eye if you want to add some powder there as well. We're just adding a little touch of highlighter to give us more of a glow on the skin, which we all generally love. I'm going to add a tiny dusting of translucent powder underneath the eye using the same brush. This is the Derma Blend pressed powder, just a tiny bit, and here as well where I usually crease on my forehead. I went ahead, I did my eyebrows, and I put my Nude liner into my waterline. As you can see, it's much brighter now. So I'm going to go back into that suede shade, and I'm going to drag that right underneath the lower lash line, and that's just going to help bring everything together. I think I always look a bit so bare when I don't have my lower lash line shadow on. Like, see what a difference that makes. Just brings it all together. Before mascara, I like to set my face first. So this week I'm using the MAC Mineralized Charged Water. I'm going to spritz that all over. And a handy little trick as well with setting spray, if you wanted to add more of a glow, let that dry into your skin, and while the setting spray is still a little bit tacky on your skin, go in with more highlighter and you'll get that like beaming highlighter seen from space type thing. I have gone ahead and applied my mascara to one eye and not the other, so you can see the difference. I'm on week 3 of using the Falsies Lash Lift by Maybelline, their newest mascara out, and it's no complaints from me yet. I'm going to do a Beauty Pie lip again today because this lip liner is phenomenal, and the other Baby Berry lipstick I've been using, I've been like obsessed with it, even with my 5-minute makeup. So as you can see, I've lined my lips already, but what I'm going to be using is this lip gloss. So this is a lip gloss in shade Bare Naked. So what I want to do, instead of just leaving the line as it is, I'm going to start blending the lip line into the lip, and that's just going to help give the lip line more of a colour. It's going to help keep the colour stay on the lips, and the line is not going to be as harsh then as well. So just cover that up and then go in with the gloss. And we're glossy. I'm gonna do a little bit of a eyelash demonstration. I am self-proclaimed trash at putting on lashes on myself, so I barely ever show you how I do my lashes, but I do sometimes and you see the struggle. So I have applied some individual lashes on this eye. If you can see them, you can barely even see them, they're so natural looking, and this eye has nothing on them. So that's what I'm working with. So all you need are tweezers, your individual lashes that you picked. These are the Catrice lashes, and some glue. So these ones do come with some glue. However, I do save those little ones and give them to clients for when they're out and about. I just add the glue onto the case here, as you can see. And let's get into this step by step. So my first tip for you all is to grab your tweezers. I have this beautiful leopard print tweezer band tweezers. It's actually really good for plucking out brow hairs as well. And when you're picking out your individual lashes, you want to gather the full lash together. So as you can see, this is like a cluster of a few hairs in one little knot. So what you want to do is you want to gather from, oh my god, I can't do it opposite. I'm just going to do one. So see, like that, I have it completely gathered together, and pull it off so that you're not just grabbing one hair, you're grabbing them all together. What I have here is like a little blob of glue on the packaging, and what I do then with my one lash together is I pop it right into the glue and we go directly on. So I like to start applying the lashes into the middle, then I go to the outside, and then we do a few on the inside as well. So the aim of the game is to get them as even as possible. Oops. And just pop it on. So I'm looking down into a mirror and just making sure they're as close to the lash line as possible. And we just keep doing that all around the eye. So then once I am happy with the thickness of the lashes and how evenly they are across my lash line, I'll go in with this little guy here. This is the Little Lash Helper by Tarte. I found it. I was missing it for a little while. And all I do is I just go along my false lashes and my real lashes and just kind of push them together. Sometimes with the individual lashes, they can kind of go sideways. And if you get them while they're still a little bit tacky, they can just go into place really well with a tool like this, and that just makes them look more blended together then as well, if you wanted, because I feel like individual lashes are one-time use anyways. They're, as you can see, they're very, very natural looking, but if you want to fuse your natural lashes with the falsies together even more, you can go in with one coat of mascara to make them look even more natural again. Is the complete finished look. So as a makeup artist, this is a smoky eye. A smoky eye is a dark colour all over the lid, smoked out and dark. Like, a lot of people would come to me as a client and say they want a smoky eye, and what they actually mean is they want that like a gradient from light to dark instead of dark all over. So if you're ever going to a makeup artist, just beware and really explain yourself, or bring photos of what you like. If you say smoky eye, this is what you're, something like this is what you're going to get. Now, this is not a black smoky eye, as you know, the tone we use with the cool tone brown and then the shimmer on top. It's so easy to do a smoky eye, and you get a beautiful like nighttime kind of seduce eye kind of vibe going on. So that is the end of today's tutorial. I am staying inside for the next week or so, or whenever this whole lockdown thing is lifted. And I'll be hanging out in my DMs, so if you have any beauty questions, let me know. I also have a beauty group. We do shop my stash on the beauty group every single week. We discuss our heroes of the week and we chat all things beauty. So I'll leave a link to that group. It's on Facebook, so if you're on Facebook, feel free to add yourself. And it's just all beauty chat and it's a lot of fun. So if you feel like doing shop your stash or any of that kind of stuff like no buy or beauty inventories, then definitely join the group. It's called Astute Beauty. It is just so much fun. It's like a little community of beauty lovers. So if you're into that, then head on over and join in. So enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're getting bored and decide to recreate this look, then make sure you tag me and I can share in my stories. Keep your hands that clean, folks, and stay inside and be safe. And let me know if you want me to do anything else on stories and I'd be happy to do it.